welcome back. Today's video is all about how to develop programming perspective. Is it a skill which is inborn in every programmer, or is it acquired along the way of coding? So, programming perspective is not an inborn skill, it is acquired along the journey of coding. So, the very first thing which one has to do in order to build this perspective is to correlate every minute thing which you encounter in the real world with the programming world. Real world and the programming world is completely two different things which you have to correlate in order to develop that perspective of a programmer. So the very first thing is, whatever you encounter, just start thinking in a programming manner. Like start writing a chunk of code. For example, let us consider a motion of a vehicle. So when I've started the journey of coding, the very first thing I have done is correlating everything, even the motion of a fan, eating food, breathing in, breathing out, and even the motion of a vehicle, which I've said just now. I used to correlate every minute thing which is usually used in our real world with the programming world, so that I could develop that perspective of a programmer. I used to even write chunks of code related to the same. So let us consider the motion of a vehicle. For example, if the vehicle is turned on, then it is in motion. If the driver is applying brake, then the vehicle gets interrupted from having its motion. So either the same way you could start building your code. Then have you ever wondered, like, what's the necessity of developing the skill of having the programming perspective? So yeah, it is important and it is beneficial too. So the programming perspective helps you to write chunks of code along the way of coding, because we will be encountered with various kinds of problems. So the biggest advantage of a programming perspective is that less time understanding the problem rather than solving the problem. So in order to solve the problem much faster, you should understand the problem. So that can be achieved only if you have better understanding of the problem. And how can you understand the problem? Only if you think from a programming perspective. So there are many cases when we fail to solve a particular problem just because we don't understand it. So if we build this skill from the beginning, like along the journey of coding from beginner level, we find it very easy to solve any kind of problem that comes our way. So it is important and mandatory for a programmer, either a beginner or an advanced programmer, to build a perspective of programming in order to start thinking whatever comes the way in a programming perspective. So I hope you will be starting to think everything and correlate everything in your surroundings with programming world and start enjoying the results which comes your way. So that is all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.